Welcome into today's discussion, your 500 seconds of resilience. This is the 820 show with your host, Ming Ahmad. Number 1 in your heart, 820 on the dial and the scorecard. Thank you again. I'm going to try and jump into this topic without too much of a preamble, but I do want to remind you of my guarantee to you to change your perspective on this present moment. These words I'm offering to you is only guidance, observations that I'm sharing with you that I hope you might think to incorporate into and onto your journey. If not, no harm, no foul by trying to change your life, but I do want to at least change your perspective on this moment. Today's topic is called the other side of work. The other side of work. I am mentioning the other side of work that most of us are afraid to take on or to do. Keep in mind though, even the topic or even the 820 enterprise, maybe it's just me with these perspectives and these observations. And maybe this particular episode is just maybe my confessional. But thank you for listening in. Sure, we mostly generally will concede to the outside work. You know, the job, the vocation, the Bitcoin to be rich, to work on that 6-pack. Me, for example, I'm working on that 1-pack. But that other side of work. What is that other side of work? The internal side of work. The introspective, exposing, brutally honest, unbiased, investigative forensics into that thing I have mentioned to you about drive, desire, beauty, and how you will sincerely, genuinely define that for yourself. Doing that is just step 1. I know I'm asking you to do something you might be uncomfortable with, but please put a bookmark there. That is step 1. But then the other side of work we won't do. Step 2, to commit to doing it no matter how much resistance we incur and experience, if and when we decide to do it. Do you see why I keep talking about this thing called resilience? About pursuit of your best in each day, in each moment? Not just as a panacea or a glorious, easy road to take. No. We have to build that road, that trail, that path. Take those treacherous, uncharted baby steps into the unknown of us in this internal work. This work, meaning your purpose, your defined message to share beyond your closet or beyond your expansive palace or ponderosa. And doing that is not for the money or the glory or the applause or the new Porsche. It's for us to see and envision and embrace the struggle required to make this internal work happen and to, quote unquote, manifest it. Make it true to you. That, however, you can't outsource that or buy your way into heaven. Or hell, for that matter. Maybe you just do your freaking job, as MJ said in that Last Dance documentary. Just do your freaking job. I would infer that statement that he said in that documentary, it meant to know your job and do it in accordance with your best effort. But that's step 2, remember? to actually do it. Commit to doing it regardless of the resistance that you absolutely will incur either from yourself or from others. That's just step 2. Remember, acknowledge step 1, which is to acknowledge the process, the introspective exposure to, accepting the brutally honest, unbiased investigative forensics into that thing I keep talking about that you have to define for yourself. You can use my definitions maybe as a starting point and then erase them, throw them out, put them in the trash folder. But you define what drives you. The raw essence to that input. What's your desire? What's your beauty? What are you good at doing? What do you do well? And match those two things up to help you arrive at a perspective of, hey, that really, at my core competency, at my core drive, at my honest ambition and purpose is to do that. Once you do those kind of things for yourself, that's how you sincerely, genuinely, originally define who and what you are and where you're going. In a previous episode, I mentioned that when you know where you're going, you have arrived. Again, not as a plateau, top of the hill, a panacea, honey and roses and gold and whatever. No, it's just a departure point into the next step in your journey. Just take the time to do just that. Do your job. Know who you are. Take the time to define. I know it sounds kind of like elementary and, classroom stuff, but this is the other side of the work. Not when you're getting paid for something you've done. It's paying yourself. Again, that reference I made a few episodes ago about valuing yourself first. But that value has work to do. Not the outside work, the internal work. So if you have made that approach to being perfect, meaning completing or in the process of completing what you're brought here to do, that's the other side of the work. Enjoy it and get to stepping. Until this moment continues, stay safe, stay present, stay current. No matter where you are in the world, it's always 820.